Greetings everyone, this presentation is done by Dr. Dhanraj Kaugi, from Dr. D.Y. Patil Institute of Hotel Management and Catering Technology, Pune. This presentation is regarding chapter number 5, that is methods of payment. Credit card handling. A credit card is a payment card that allows the owner to obtain goods and services and even cash, on credit terms, without paying cash. A credit card, or plastic money as it is often called, is a mode of payment used the world over. It is a plastic card, the size of a visiting card. It is issued by banks, financial institutions and non-banking financial corporations. Settlement of guest folios on credit cards should be confirmed at check-in. The guest should be requested for his credit card details so that there is no confusion and problems of acceptance at the point of checkout. Omission of SOPs at this point would result in angry guests and/or losses for the hotel. Procedure for accepting settlement at check-in on credit card. At check-in. 1. Check that the hotel accepts the credit card of the issuing company, for example ICICI, American Express, etc. 2. Check that the name and signature on the credit card are the same as those on the registration card. 3. The card should not have crossed its expiry date. 4. Swipe the card on the EDC and block an amount for the stay on the card. The credit card company will issue an authorization code that is noted on the GRC. 5. Take an imprint of the credit card on a credit card voucher. 6. The GRC and imprinted voucher with the guest's signature will be placed in the guest folio with the cashier till checkout. Procedure for accepting settlement at checkout on credit card. At checkout. 7. Upon checkout, at settlement, the cashier enters the bill total and date on the appropriate credit card company's credit card voucher. 8. The guest signs the completed, detailed imprinted voucher and hands it back to the cashier, who will check to ensure the signature on the voucher matches that on the credit card. 9. The earlier voucher containing the authorized blocked amount will be destroyed. 10. The cashier completes the guest account and the top copy of the bill and the cardholder's copy of the credit card voucher are given to the guest. Traveler's checks. A traveler's check or TC is an internationally accepted check for a certain sum of money in a specific currency that can be exchanged elsewhere for local currency. A traveler's check is an internationally accepted check for a sum in a specified currency. It is issued by a financial institution and is safe as is protected against theft or loss. The value of TC is written on it. The purchaser puts two signatures, one in front of issuing authority and the other in front of the encashing authority. Procedure for accepting traveler's checks as mode of payment. At the time of encashment, say, at the hotel at check-in and check-out, the front office cashier should follow this procedure. 1. Ensure that the traveler's check is not mutilated, damaged or changed in any way. 2. The identity of the guest should be confirmed against a photo ID, driving license, passport, etc., and a counter signature should be taken on the traveler's check and matched against the original one already on the check, in order to ensure that it is being encashed by the same person in whose name the check is made out. 3. In case the traveler's check is already signed, request the guest to sign again at the reverse of the check and compare all the signatures. 4. In case of foreign currency traveler's checks, check the exchange rate before converting into local currency and return any balance in local currency. 5. An encashment certificate, as used while converting foreign currency, should be signed by the guest and he should be given a copy of it. Personal checks. Most hotels do not accept personal checks. Some hotels accept personal checks only during banking hours in order to obtain bank verification if it is desired. Hotels that accept personal checks should require proper identification such as license, passport, etc. Sometimes the amounts or dates of cashed checks are recorded on the reverse of the guest registration card for reference. If cashiers are not allowed to accept personal checks, they must know to whom they should refer guests. In some hotels, the guest may be required to fill an application for using personal checks, and the front office manager is usually the sanctioning authority. Procedure for accepting personal checks. Request the guest to fill in an application form for using a personal check for settlement of bill. Get it authorized by the FOM. Request for guest identification documents, driver's license, etc. Check that the signature on the application form and the check match. If the guest has not signed the check in front of the cashier, request that the check be endorsed on the back. Check that the check is crossed as AC payee only. Check that the amount in figures and words is the same. Accept only maker, magnetic ink character reader, checks. Ask for a check for the exact actual amount of the bill. Check for correct date. Do not accept undated, no date, or post-dated, future date, checks. Require that personal checks written to settle an account be made payable to the hotel and not to cash. Check for correct spelling of the hotel name. Most hotels will not accept second and third-party checks and checks drawn to foreign banks. Second-party checks are made out to the guest presenting the check, and third-party checks are made out to someone who has then signed the check over to the guest presenting the check. Cash payment. A cash payment in full at checkout will bring an account balance to zero. The folio is zeroed out and marked paid. If there is a credit balance in the guest folio at checkout, the hotel will pay back the amount due to the guest to bring the balance to zero. If there is a debit balance or outstanding balance, the hotel will collect the amount from the guest. If a guest indicates during registration that he will be paying his bill with cash, front office should immediately be on the alert. Such a guest could charge everything during his stay at the hotel and then exit without paying. For this reason, most hotels require a cash advance from guests who choose this method of payment, PIA, paid in advance, since the guest has not established any credit rating with the hotel. Such guests are usually not allowed charge privileges at various POS, set at no post status. PIA lists are circulated to the various POS in manual systems, while in computerized properties the guest name and room number will be entered to block charges at POS. Procedures for handling cash payments. In local currency. 1. The cashier accepts and counts cash in front of the guest. 2. Take time to ensure accuracy. 3. Retain the amount tendered/given outside the cash drawer until the transaction is completed. 4. Maintain an orderly cash drawer, with bills separated by denomination. 5. Count the change out loud when returning to the guest. 6. Any change and a receipt or cash voucher are given to the guest. 7. Perform only one transaction at a time. Politely ask the guest to wait till you complete the first transaction. In foreign currency. According to provisions made in FEMA, Foreign Exchange Management Act, each hotel has to get an authorization or license from the RBI for dealing in foreign currency, and in the hotel the post of front office cashier is authorized to deal in foreign exchange on behalf of the hotel management. Usually, foreign currency is acceptable from in-house guests only. When a non-resident guest requests to make payments in foreign currency, the cashier must obtain authorization from the management. If the hotel has the license to sell foreign currency, then the cashier can return the balance amount in the foreign currency. Daily foreign currency exchange rates are clearly displayed at the faux cashier for information of the guests. Procedure for handling a check out on foreign currency. When a guest wants to exchange foreign currency or checks out on payment of foreign currency, the following needs to be done. 1. Confirm room number, request the guest for passport and determine credentials. 2. In the case of non-resident guests, contact lobby manager for authorization. 3. Check the type of currency to be exchanged and determine its exchange rate as per government banking regulations. Usually banknotes are accepted, not coins. 4. Calculate bill or folio charges in foreign currency and receive the currency. 5. Calculate amount to be returned to the guest in local currency. Count and return to guest. 6. Fill in all the details in the foreign currency encashment certificate giving the amounts received, the exchange rate and the amount of local currency returned. Details of the guest, passport number, nationality, etc. are also entered here. 7. Request guest to sign on the certificate and compare the signature with the passport. 8. Give original copy of the encashment certificate to the guest. Further processing of foreign currency received. 9. Attach the second copy of encashment certificate to the cash or notes or traveler's checks, if applicable. 10. Leave the third copy in the book as record. 11. Fill in the details in the cashier report or cash sheet. 12. Also fill details in the foreign currency control sheet. Note: the cashier may request the guest to sign for each currency transaction as proof of acceptance. Travel Agent Voucher. A travel agent issues a voucher to its guests for arrangements, for room and food and beverage etc., made at a hotel, and a copy of these details or TAV is also sent to the hotel. The voucher may already be paid for in advance by the guest to the travel agent. The hotel receives payment from the travel agent according to the rates already agreed upon, usually a discounted rate, minus the commission, TAC, travel agent commission, or the TA charges for bringing business to the hotel. The repayment period or interval for the TA to the hotel is usually about 30 days. Often airlines also follow a system of vouchers, called PSO, that is passenger service orders, that are issued to layover passengers in case of delayed flights or cancellations. Here also, the payment is received from the airline. Like direct billing, the TA usually only settle the guest room and maybe breakfast or package charges. So the guest account is divided into the master account or folio, which is settled by the TA, and the incidental account or folio to be paid by the guest for laundry, telephone, room service, etc. Procedure for handling a travel agent voucher, TAV. For the master folio. 1. At check-in, the TAV is collected from the guest or checked and compared with the hotel's copy. Sent by the TA. For accurate billing instructions and expenses covered by the voucher. At reservation, the hotel should ensure that the TA is on the approved TA list compiled by the sales department. In case of foreign travel agency's voucher, obtain authorization from the lobby manager. 2. Signed guest vouchers are verified by the guest but not given to the guest at checkout, because the room rate paid by the guest to the TA might not be the same as that paid by the travel agent to the hotel, and these have to be settled by the travel agent, so the master account or folio is not shown to the guest. 3. Guests will be given their incidental account or folio for settlement by cash, credit card, etc., and a receipt issued. 4. After checkout, the master account and attached vouchers will be transferred to the accounts department city ledger. At the end of the week or month, the vouchers and a statement of the total account will be sent to the travel agent for collection. 5. The travel agent will send its settlement less the commission charged by them. For the incidental folio. 6. Guest will be given their incidental accounts or folios for settlement. 7. Settlement is usually by cash, credit card or other already approved and confirmed method, done at check-in. 8. The guest's bill, with receipt, is given to the guest. Corporate billing or bill to company. Some companies whose executives travel at the expense of the company, make a deal with the hotel whereby they determine rates for different types of rooms. The terms and conditions are also predetermined. One such is the payment clause, which might be that the bills will not be settled at the time of checkout, but have to be sent to the company for settlement. It is hence a form of deferred or credit payment. But keeping in mind the volume, guarantee and goodwill, is extended only after studying the payment history and the creditworthiness of the company. 2 documents are required. CVGR Company Volume Guarantee Rate. BTC Bill to Company Letter. Bill to Company Settlements. A folio must be presented to the guest for signature on all bill to company settlements. An approval letter for the company credit settlement or voucher should be attached with signed invoice copy by the guest. A credit card cannot be accepted as authorization for company credit facility by the hotel. Thank you.